Borderlands as a franchise is a bit of a mixed bag. While you have some games that offer you hundreds of hours of replayable content, the need to gather amazing loot, excellent characters and well-written plot points, you also have Borderlands 3, which offers none of those things. That being said, I would still describe Borderlands as one of my favourite franchises, even if I think some of the later entries into the series haven't quite hit the mark for me. I was kind of on the fence on whether I wanted to get Borderlands 4 at launch because of this, but when I did some soul searching, combined with the fear of missing out, combined with knowing what I'm like as a person, of course I'm getting Borderlands 4 at launch, and as we speak, the game is pre-downloading onto my PlayStation 5. But I thought to maybe get myself into the mood and get myself into the spirit of things, it would be fun if we took a look at the trophy list together to see exactly what Borderlands 4 is offering us trophy hunters. Hello trophy hunters, Tanya here and welcome back to the channel. I'm also just going to do a quick apology for the lighting. This flat sucks is the long and short of it. This is as bright as I could make this room, but I'm moving soon, so it's fine. We just have to deal with it for today. But on the subject of today, we're going to be having a look at Borderlands 4's trophy list, and I'm really excited. I have resisted the temptation to peek so far, so you are getting my first reaction, and I can't wait. So here we have Borderlands 4. There is 1 platinum, 4 golds, 14 silvers, and 17 bronzes. Now, the way that some of the older Borderlands platinums have worked is with Borderlands 2 and the pre-sequel, you were really kind of challenged to explore the game. So you had to use all of the playable characters and utilize their kill skills in a way that, you know, you either got a certain number of kills with them or you could use the skill for a certain length of time. As well as that, you also had to do all the level 1 challenges with a character, which meant that you had to use all the different guns, the different shields, you know, the different grenade mods, and you basically explored the game. You also had the, you know, random trophies for certain enemies killed or, you know, exploring all the places, that kind of thing. And as the games moved on to 3 and then Wonderlands, kind of in the same ilk, they simplified the trophy list a lot. So you didn't have to play as different characters if you didn't want to. You know, you didn't have to go out of your way to explore all that the game had to offer. Which, you know, to some extent is probably a blessing or curse, because the less time we spend in Borderlands 3, the better. But at the same time, I preferred the platinum hunts for 2 in the pre-sequel just because they felt a lot more enjoyable. So I'm kind of hoping that Borderlands 4 goes back to that. But if I'm being honest with you, I don't think they will. So that's kind of my hopes and dreams for this trophy list. So let's jump in. Okay, so the platinum name is, oh man, now we have to make BL5, which I think is really fun. So you have got to get your levels, so level 10, level 30, and level 50. Oh, okay. Reach Ultimate Vault Hunter level 5. That's fun. I know you had the sort of over levels in Borderlands 2, so I don't know if that is maybe going to be the same kind of thing. So that could be a fun one. Collect 60 cosmetics, collect all personal vehicles, which it looks like there is 10. Equip legendary gear in every slot. This one is also a fun one because trophies in the previous game have been purple or higher. So the fact that it's legendary gear, this could either be really exciting or really rubbish. Also, I'm sorry if the page keeps jumping. I keep getting these rubbish ads that are changing the perspective of the page. But yeah, so like for example, with the legendary gear, this one could be really exciting if it's difficult to find legendary gear. But I felt like in Borderlands 3, almost every enemy dropped a legendary, which kind of took out the fun of hunting for loot. So I'm intrigued by this one. Complete any gear challenge category. Complete any manufacturer challenge category. So I'm pretty sure they had something similar to this in Borderlands 3, where, you know, your guns, each gun manufacturer whether it's, you know, TDR or Jacobs, they would give you guns for your level of skill with the weapons. So that's going to be interesting if it's something similar to this. Complete all activities. So that sounds fun. There's 53 of them. Complete the Gordello world event. Complete the airship world event. Complete the creep impact world event. These sound fun. So I'm guessing, like, I'm going to be honest, I've not really looked at trailers. I've not really read too much into anything. So, like, this is going in completely blind and I'm excited. But yeah, this sounds like it's just going to be random things you can stumble upon on the map. So that's exciting. Complete 80 contracts. Is that side quests? Is that what they are? Regardless, not mad about it. Discover all map locations in the Fade Fields, in Terminus Range, in Carcadia Burn, and in Dominion City. Great, you know, those are pretty standard Borderlands ones, and I like that it challenges exploration, so I'm not mad about that. Defeat a world boss. Are these going to be raid bosses? Is this going to be exciting? Is this going to make me squad up? I love it. Defeat all guardians in the primordial vaults. Complete all outbounder missions. Complete all augur missions. All electi missions. Claptrap missions. You know what? Mood. He is a widely beloved mascot. I adore Claptrap with all my heart and soul, and he was my favourite character to play in the pre-sequel, even though the game warns you multiple times, you know, you're selecting Claptrap, but love him. Complete all side missions. So there's 98 of these, and there is 80 contracts, so contracts are different. So this is fun. The trophy list is already seeming a lot more in-depth. Now, obviously I said I wanted more of a challenge, which is great. My only reservation with this so far is I really hope this stuff isn't, like, grindy. I mean, obviously, like, I get to an extent it's going to be grindy because you're completing all of something. I just hope it's, like, fun grindy, and, you know, I want to complete all these contracts. I want to complete these side missions, and it's not, I'm just ticking boxes kind of thing. So I'm hoping they've got the balance right with this, but so far, that sounds fun. Then we have all the missions here. So these are sort of like your standard unmissable story trophies. As you progress through the game, you are going to get these trophies. So there is Rush the Gate, His Vile Sanctum, Her Flaming Vision, Another Day, Another Universe, and the Timekeeper's Order. We need to tip Moxie, which, you know, she's an absolute queen, so of course we're going to do that. Find the cutout of Dr. Patricia Tanis. Deliver the contents of the legendary vending machine. Find Oddman's final resting place. And find Dave the Burrito. Okay, so with these ones here at the bottom, these are the kind of random trophies that you would just stumble across while you're playing. And I do love that there's a little cutout of Tanis because I love Tanis. These things also sound fun. I think these are more than likely going to be tied to some sort of side quest. However, the Odd Man's final resting place, that could be similar to the sort of photo trophy there was in Borderlands 2, where you just happened to go to like a lookout and then the trophy popped. Overall, I don't think this is a bad list at all. I do kind of wish there was the character trophies in it, as I said. However, you know, I'm not mad about this one. That being said, I just want to have a quick look at Borderlands 3's trophy list. I know I said that, you know, there's so many worse things in the world than playing Borderlands 3, God. But I was trying to clean up the DLC before the game came out. I just want to have a quick look at what Borderlands 3's trophy list had in it. Yeah, okay. So yeah, I am way happier with Borderlands 4's words. I'm way happier with this trophy list, basically. I think this is maybe quite a good middle ground between 3 and the older games. So it is encouraging you to complete everything. So, you know, you've got side activities, you have got contracts, and you have side missions. So it's encouraging you to explore all that the game has to offer, but it's not making you do it with every character, I suppose. Also, it's not making you grind out every single gun if you're not into that. So it's not quite the same level as as Borderlands 2 or the pre-sequel. So yeah, looking at it here, I think this is a pretty solid list. Like, this is better than I was expecting. So I am really excited about actually going into the game. As I said, I hope it's not like too grindy. Like, I want it to be fun, you know? That's the main thing that I think Borderlands 3 was missing. Borderlands 3 not only had like the rubbish protagonists, but it just also was missing a lot of the fun that I thought the older titles had. So yeah, I'm excited for this. So there we have it, the Borderlands 4 trophy list. I'm pleasantly surprised by what they've done with the trophy list, and I think this is a lot more reminiscent of 2 than it is of 3. And I just hope that the gameplay goes in the same direction. If Borderlands 4 can reclaim the love that I had for the older games in the franchise, I think it could spell for a very exciting future. If not, yikes. But either way, I am really excited to get into Borderlands 4 now that I've read the trophy list, and I think it could be a good time. Unfortunately, I am working all weekend and don't have a day off until Wednesday, but I am hoping I can still rack up a decent amount of hours this weekend when I can. So let me know down below, are any of you picking up Borderlands 4 at launch? What are your thoughts on the franchise in general? What are your thoughts on the trophy list? Also, do any of you want to squad up? Because I have no one to play with. But yeah, let me know. It has been a pleasure talking with you as always. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all in the very next video. Bye!